Sorry. Ahoy. So yeah, I'm Katrin. I'm now a front-end developer based in Berlin here. And when I first heard about the topic here, which is actually a very awesome idea to talk about gratitude and how communities come tied to that, I was thinking to myself, it's like, is there one person or one group I'm especially grateful for? And since my life was very meandering, and it kind of still is, I couldn't pick one. Not in good conscience could I just pick one, because it would do injustice to all the other awesome people and communities that have brought me to where I am today. So my quick bio, which is not so quick, but it's tied to all these communities, goes a little bit like this, and I forgot my name tag here. So yeah, I was born, raised, went to school, finished school, got my first computer only at age 20, since my mom couldn't afford anyone before that. Studied German literature, linguistics, and many, many other things. And around 2004-ish, started to dabble with HTML and CSS with the help of the Safe HTML. Maybe some people still remember, I see some smiles, yes. Which is still online till today, so you can check it out. But yeah, I never really followed through. I finished my university, and did various jobs, but never really had an idea what I wanted to do with my professional life. Yeah, maybe something with internet, but who knows? Until one day in 2012, Michelle just mentioned it, the Rails Girls workshop in Berlin happened. And that was the one life-changing moment for me, that I can pinpoint it down, that changed everything afterwards. But it didn't fall from the sky. I didn't hear about it just like so. I heard about it via the Berlin Twitter community that brought me in touch with the folks who then also founded the co-op space, and people who founded the CSSConf and the JSConf. Yeah, so the Red Girls workshop. Very incredible. Afterwards, we started off the local Berlin chapter, which is now called Curious. Michelle mentioned it, because we're not girls after 20, we're women or females, to not tie it that harsh. And also, it's never been just about Rails. It's Ruby and the front-end stack as well. Then I went traveling, came back. In between the Summer of Code, a stipendship was founded, and I was an organizer there. And at some point, fun fact, I realized I never learned Ruby. Like, I'm helping all these people in the Ruby and the Rails Girls movement, but I never learned Ruby. And at some point, again, one day, I realized I'm helping all these women become developers. What about me? And I thought back to HTML and CSS, and my old love for CSS awoke again. And I started to learn it properly, learn front-end properly. Amongst others, with the help of CSS classes, tied to the Open Tech School that Flaki mentioned with the conference. They host a lot of other things. At first I was an attendee, then I became a coach. I am now an organizer again, which I would like to use as a small moment. Our next workshop is on June 16th if you're in Berlin. If you want to freshen up your CSS, come to us. If you know people who want to learn CSS and HTML, please send them our way, follow our Twitter, or find me afterwards. If you know CSS and want to help as a coach, also please find me afterwards. La 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 la, end of advertisement. And I want to come back to the Rails Girls movement and what is behind that, the Ruby community that had the biggest impact on me of all, because it's not elitist, it's not exclusionary, it's inclusionary from the beginning. The whole atmosphere has been, developers are keen to support, they're happy to support. There were so many people stepping in, starting after that first Rails Girls workshop. Within weeks, there were 4 study groups happening weekly, on a weekly basis, with 2 to 4 coaches for each group. And also the whole existence of Ruby, the Ruby programming language, is based on making the code and the developer experience a more human experience, making the code human readable. And this spirit went all the way down to the Red Skirt community, and is something that I want to bring now into with the help of CSS classes, and together with all these awesome people here, also into the CSS and JS community. And yeah, at some point I realized I am a career changer. I am what people usually call self-taught, but yes, I do have my share in it, but it's not just me. I'm actually community taught, because community has made it possible for me to be a front-end developer now. And last but not least, I want to mention one key factor in the Berlin community scene, and that is the co-op space. An enabler of the Berlin community, providing space for hackathons, meetups, workshops for free, so we can stay independent as well. Thank you very much for that. Please support them however and whenever you can. Just amazing. And that's it. Thank you very much for listening.